Hello everyone, Andres here, and today we are finally back. It has happened. There is finally a new update to the add-on we discussed a few months ago, like a long time ago now. Pikmincraft. It is finally back. The creator finally has made an official update that he will be releasing very soon. Actually, at the time of this video coming out, it should be out for you guys to actually enjoy and everything. But if you were in the Discord server that he has created, you were able to test these features before they came out. And now they will actually be official and now, actually be out to the public. So yeah, you will finally be able to play with these features if you're not in the Discord server, which, again, you should. You're not losing anything in just joining in the server. And the creator also makes another few add-ons that you can actually test and play, because he doesn't only make Pikmincraft, but it is his most, popular add-on that he has created. But today, we're not going to discuss all that. We're going to discuss the actual add-on itself, because it has added a huge amount of features that I'm very impressed with. And if you saw my last video on the Pikmincraft, you might already notice a few new features here on itself. But if you haven't, the link will be in the description for that video, and also the download for this add-on. But without any further ado, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Axel as well. He is the creator of the add-on. And let's get right into it. So as you can see, they have added a few new things, as well as just touched up on other features that they already had in the game. As you can see, the onions now have a new look. They have the Pikmin 4 onion texture. This is added to all the new onions that are added, as you can see. There's also new types of Pikmin, as you can see. Before there were only 3 types, plus the white one, which wasn't actually technically in the game. It was in creative and was still named in Spanish, as you remember. But now this one is completely added in the game, as well as 2 new Pikmin, which if you played the Pikmin series, you know which ones they are. But as well as that, they have added the Candy Pop Buds, which if you throw 5 Pikmin in, they will turn into that color of Pikmin. And as well as they have added obviously the new pellet posies and the new onions as well. You can do a lot of things with them, and as you can see over here, you will be able to find them now easily with these little structures. Before I couldn't find one in my world, but as you can see, I literally spawned like a few blocks over here, and now you can easily find them here, and you will be able to tame them. As well as the pellet posies, I want to make a correction from my last video, that these ones you are able to pick up in survival mode, and they will give you a random pellet posy. When I broke them in creative, obviously nothing happens, because in creative mode you don't actually get to grab anything. But if you're in survival, you should be able to grab them, and everything should be fine. But anyways, let's actually go into the meat of this add-on now. Let's start off with the onions, because they have a few new features that I want to discuss before going into the Pikmin themselves and everything else that this add-on adds. The onions now you are able to pick up, as you can see. They will be in your inventory, and they have a nice 3D model. If you press the drop button, which for me is Q, you'll actually throw them on the ground, which is very funny, and they don't really count as an item, so if you throw them, you will have to pick them up. Which is kind of cool. And let me see if I can... There you go, nice. You will actually be able to, once again, tame them the same way you were able to tame them before, with some sugar. And once you tame them, it will be yours, as you can see, owner Steve. And you will be able to place them down. But unlike the other add-on, this one, if you make the onion stand up with the with the right click, sorry, I'm a little bit sick, it would actually drop a Pikmin little seed, as you can see there. This will happen with every single onion. Once you tame them and put them like in the standing position, they will drop, and they will give you a actual seedling. There you go. See, it drops, it makes a little animation, and once the Pikmin grows, you can actually just right-click them and they'll pick them up, just like the original. And this is for every single onion. So yeah, there you go, and that's how you technically get the onions which are trapped. You just release them from their cage. Like this. You can pick them up, throw them anywhere you need, and tame them. And there you go. And they will always drop a sept or seedling anytime you tame them. There is now as well a new interface for the Pikmin onion itself. When you hit it, you can actually see there's a new menu that you can open. And in this menu, you can use it to put the Pikmin you have in here, or withdraw them. As you can see, I can put 2 Pikmin in here, or if I had any Pikmin in the onion, I can withdraw them from here. But you can also allow the Pikmin that you do have in the onion come out whenever they want on their own, as you can see. And let me just show you, you can deposit a Pikmin. There you go. There is now a Pikmin in this onion. And if I hit it, and allow it to come out, a Pikmin will come out. And it will roam around the onion as if it's defending it. And this is what it's called, a Pikmin colony. And basically they will... or they will do that, okay. Anyways, they will come out on their own, and hopefully not walk into the candy pop bud. Point is that they will wander around, and they will be able to fend the onion for any attackers. And as you saw over there, they will be actually able to farm more Pikmin. When they see it is very loud, oh my god. They will fend the onion, defend it, and anytime there's a pellet posy nearby that is fully grown of their color, they will actually try to open it, or they will try to kill it to bring it back to the onion. And anytime there's a seedling on the ground, they will try to pick him up. And there is a limit to how many Pikmin can be out, so that's why they are trying to pick it up, but they are like turning back. There's a limit to how many Pikmin you can have out in the field, so anytime they try to pick it up, it won't happen, so you have to do it on yourself. But yeah, anytime there's a pellet posy nearby that the Pikmin have the same color of, they will go for it and try to bring it to the onion once they notice. There you go. And it's just like Pikmin, they just suck it up, and it will produce seeds. Very, very cool. And as you can see as well, you can put them back in the onion if you click the do not allow them to come out. But if you do, they will come out. And if they're kind of roaming around, you can just also make the onion move, and they will come back into the onion. Don't worry, they don't take damage. That's just the noise of them coming back into the onion. But if you don't want them to keep spawning like this, you can just simply deactivate this button, submit, and they will no longer roam around on their own. This one seems to be a little confused as to what's happening. There you go. There is also another command you can do with the Pikmin Whistle, which I will explain very, very soon. But you can actually make them be able to go outside the onion, or inside the onion, with just the whistle itself, instead of having to click this button right here. So you can just click it with the whistle, and it'll do the same exact command without having to do the hassle of going into the onion and everything. So that is basically all the controls of the onion. Moving on now. To the Pikmin themselves, as you can see, I've got a few Pikmin right here. But there is also a few more added from the last add-on, and I will be discussing them in order from, you know, the first games to the second game and then the third one. If you have played any of the Pikmin games, you might be able to easily discern which features they already have. But in Minecraft, they do have some extra features, which is important to discuss anyway, so obviously we start off with the red Pikmin. They are, as usual, a little bit more powerful than your usual Pikmin. They will attack enemies like usual, like any Pikmin will. And, you know, they will also be able to carry items back to you instead of the onion. If they do want to bring something to the onion, it will have to be some stuff like the pellet posy, or bait a zombie into walking into the onion and everything. But there is other ways to bring enemies to the onion. But as for now, anytime they are thrown at an enemy, they will attack it, and the enemy can fight back, but it will always try to attack the enemy. And you can throw more onto them, and they will both attack it, and there you go. Once they finish, It'll bring the item to you and go back into your inventory. As well as a normal red Pikmin would, they are resistant to fire. So if we get a flint and steel... That is not flint and steel, there you go. You can throw a Pikmin at fire, and it will even turn it off when... so that other Pikmin don't have the issue of walking into it. But as you can see, when they are thrown at fire, they will not suffer any damage. And they can just easily be through it. As well as fire though, in this mod, on this add-on, sorry, they are also resistant to lava. So if you have red Pikmin that you want to throw in lava, they will be completely fine and will be able to swim in it just fine. Unlike other Pikmin, which will instantly burn once they are in lava. So yeah, they're pretty resilient, they're pretty strong creatures. To switch between, by the way, if you're wondering how to switch between the different throw modes, all you have to do is, if you want them to default just throwing at them and they come back at you, just throw them, and they will eventually come back to you. But if you look at the ground, instead of like anywhere further away, they will instead follow you. And they will keep this mode until you whistle them. Like that. There is obviously a little few more intricacies, which you can check on the add-on itself, but that's basically the gist of it. They are red Pikmin, they are strong against fire, they are good like companions to bring anywhere that has a lot of fire and you don't want other Pikmin to die. And yeah, they also have a little 3D model which you can see on your hand, and it's pretty cute. Next on the list is yellow Pikmin, and these ones are a lot more interesting than the red ones. For first off, as usual, the yellow Pikmin can be thrown way up high. Like way up high. And let me compare that to the red Pikmin, which can be thrown up high, but as you can see, one will far way faster than the other one. But as you saw, the yellow Pikmin also have the power of electricity, so when they strike the ground, or when you throw them, they will have this little spark. And let me show you what it can do with a mob. Let's look over here for the eggs. As you can see, it'll strike it with electricity. And the interesting thing about that is that the electricity also is like a stronger attack once you throw them together. So let me show you when the skeleton isn't burning. There you go. As you can see, the Pikmin was on fire because they're not resistant to fire, unlike the red ones. But you can keep throwing them at enemies, and they will eventually drop dead. We will talk about that little substance in a later bit, but keep in mind that when they drop stuff like that. As you saw, they are resistant to electricity. And if you throw them at enemies which are able to change... Why are you on the floor? If you're able to throw them at enemies that can change with electricity, they will actually change into their electric counterpart, like this creeper. It is now a charged creeper. This can happen with any of the variants. Like a pig will turn into a pigman. Once you hit them, there you go. As you can see, Pikmin can die, and they do have little animations for when they die. So be careful with how you use them. And if you are striking a villager, which is hard because they keep talking to you, they will turn into a witch. So it works with all the variants, and they have that little power, which is very, very interesting. As you saw with the spider, with the red Pikmin, the enemies are able to throw enemies away, when they are able to shake the Pikmin away from when. There you go, as you guys saw. They will throw the Pikmin away as if they're being shaken off, like in the game. But also, as you can see, the spark damage will turn the enemies on fire, which is why the normal spiders don't burn during the daylight. But when they are struck with electricity, they will start burning. As you can see, the enemy will try to shake off the Pikmin away. But looks like it won. Look at that. Moving on to blue Pikmin now. The yellow Pikmin have a lot of intricacies once again. If you do want to check it out, you can check out the add-on, as well as the in-game tutorial, which is the Piklopedia, which again, I will show all these items at the end, and I will show you how to craft them and everything, and you will be able to see them there. But you can get all the information about the Pikmin themselves, the onions, the Antipods, everything will be in there. Anything that I'm explaining here will be better explained here, so if you're confused, you can check this out, or you can, again, rewind the video and you can check out my explanation. But the best way to see this add-on is to play it, test it out, do weird things with the Pikmin, get all in there, and do whatever you want. If you played the few Pikmin games that there are, you will most definitely know most of the features that this add-on adds. But if you haven't, once again, I'm explaining them here for you. Moving on to the blue Pikmin, as usual, they are resistant to water. So they are able to swim and have no problems with drowning. As you can see, they will swim up to you. And if you put them in follow mode, it will be easier to see them swimming with you. If they are interested, there you go. They will swim with you, and they are excellent water fighters. Anything that you hit, they will attack. This will happen with other Pikmin as well. There you go, nice. And if you're, for example, at an ocean temple, these are perfect creatures to bring along to your fights. And they will also work with trident zombies if they are nearby. Come on, Pikmin. I believe in you. You see, I hit it, and I will start attacking them. It is raining now. Oh, I killed them with a trident, ouch. Yeah, be careful with Pikmin, because they're still pretty weak against, you know, anything that has a weapon. As you can see, there's another onion here. Which is kind of funny that's a blue one, because it is next to a river. The only difference between also the other Pikmin, which will drown in water. So you don't want to do that. You want to call them back as soon as you can. Pick them up. They will not be slowed down by water physics, so if you throw them, they will just keep on going. And they will go pretty far. So be careful with your blue Pikmin, because you might lose them in the ocean if you throw them too far. As you can see, they're not bothered by anything like that, and you can throw them right at a zombie. And they will start attacking it. They're excellent water fighters. As you can see, none of them got hit there. Very nice. Next on our list is actually a new type of Pikmin, which was not in the last update. And oh, all my flowers just died, I just noticed. The new purple Pikmin, which are actually named the purple Pikmin, will... Hi. As usual, they are able to have a chance to stun an enemy. As you can see, the slime couldn't jump there because it was stunned. And they are very strong features as well. If you have a abundance of enemies flying around, it will do damage in area, as you see there. Can kill enemies that are nearby. And these ones give me a lot of certain substance. But yeah, they are very strong. They have a chance to stun. And as well as, if you crouch while you throw the purple Pikmin, As you can see, if you throw them at a mob... oh my god. If you throw them at a mob while crouching, they will carry it towards you until you whistle them, and they will drop the mob. So it is way easier villager transportation, because you just have to throw them, and they will carry it for you, and will follow you around. Which is very, very funny. They will even teleport, so look at that. That is easy villager transportation, which is amazing. Other than that, they are not as easy to be thrown. They fall pretty fast compared to the other Pikmin types, even faster than a normal Pikmin. As you can see, I'll throw it up in the air. Not pretty far, but this one, not so much. Well, once again, if you want them to carry a mob, you can just throw them at the mob itself. If I can aim. There you go, and it will bring it with you. And we'll just go around with the carried mob. And this works with most mobs. Some like the slime over there did not work, at least for me. But most mobs, you can just throw them with a purple Pikmin, and they will carry them until you tell them to stop. It is worthy to mention too that yellow Pikmin will light up in caves. They will actually provide a little bit of lighting once you're walking in caves. But also, if enemies are nearby, they will actually do a attack in the area. Suffocating on the wall. And as you can see, we'll be able to do similar attack to the purple Pikmin, but they will not be able to stun enemies and do not have as much attack power as the purples. However, if you are caving, I think this is the better choice, as you are provided with a little bit of lighting without having to put torches, and also be able to attack enemies in areas. Moving on to the white Pikmin, I believe these ones are the simplest Pikmin you can find in the add-on. They are able to, one, walk very, very fast. They are faster than your usual Pikmin. And also inflict a poison on enemies, just like in the original game. However, they do not have to be eaten to apply it. They are just thrown at an enemy, and as you can see, they have little particles from being poisoned. And they are pretty powerful thanks to that. Unlike other Pikmin, they are not able to get in lava or in water, or are resistant to electricity. However, they are very fast companions that you can easily bring to poison other types of mobs and help you around in caves. Moving on now, we do have this new Pikmin, the winged Pikmin or pink Pikmin, which are finally added into this add-on. My onions seem to be moving on their own. These ones have a lot to discuss, so if you don't understand some of the things that I'm about to explain, go ahead and rewind if you do need to hear me say it again, or you can easily read the Picklepedia and it will explain it to you, maybe in those words you would actually understand it. But what the winged Pikmin do is that if you hold them in one hand before even throwing them, they are actually able to help you levitate for a little bit. They'll let you float, so you don't take fall damage from like very high heights. And you can easily just glide down the mountain, which is pretty fun. As you can see, there you go. You can easily glide down, and you will have a lot of fun doing this, and it's very cool. But if you put them in your offhand, it will actually still apply the effect. You can just have your sword on one hand and your Pikmin in the other, and it will help you glide down like anything that you need, like, you know, very dark cave, you can just easily float down. But also have the advantage of high ground, so if you are high on an enemy, like the sheep, you can easily glide down and give them a critical hit without even having to do much effort, which is very cool. However, if you do have both Pikmin in a hand, instead of floating down, which can still be done, as you can see, at the bottom it says winged Pikmin remaining stamina, which actually allows you to fly. Very brief, very slowly, but it does allow you to fly around. As you can see there, just like the attack or the up B from Olimar in Smash, you will be able to just float around. and they will have the stamina at the bottom, and it's pretty long, and so it's not completely like not useful before you get an elytra. And you can easily float down, and it will recharge the stamina. So once it's completely done, you can once again start flying, and it will let you do that. You can also just fly for a little bit, take it off, and it will remain with the same stamina until you get the Pikmin back. So you can easily just fly around, get your sword, kill something or like maybe a ghast, and then go back into flying. Speaking of ghasts though, if you do have... oh god, I spawned two. If you do have some flying enemies which you are not able to hit because you have a sword and not a bow, you can easily just throw your winged Pikmin at them. It will easily, if I can aim. They will start attacking the winged enemies. There you go. And once they finish, if you're near them, they will bring the items to you, just like any other Pikmin would. There you go. But as well as if you do want to attack them on your own without having them run into any trouble or any danger, you can easily just whenever you see a ghast or anything that flies, you can fly towards it with your winged Pikmin. And then once you're basically close enough to be able to attack, this one is baiting me. I'm your big guy. There you go. You can easily just strike him down. So these Pikmin are very, very useful. They are able to carry items around while flying, which might be more useful than just going around in the air, or might be more useful than going down on the ground, sorry. As you can see, they will carry items to you while they're flying, so they won't be bothered by any like rivers or anything that other Pikmin might not be able to cross. And it is very, very cool. I'd love to make a survival series with these in hand, because they would be the most useful Pikmin, unlike in the series, which I say they're the most annoying and pretty weak. Like the series though, they are also kind of weak in the attacking. However, since they can attack floating enemies, which if you don't have bows or crossbows or anything that can attack in air, in Minecraft they are proven to be a lot more valuable. And if you find a pink onion, make sure to save it, so you can actually get these types of Pikmin. So once again, they are able to let you fly if you have both in your hand. If you have one, you'll glide down slowly until you pull it back out on your other hand, and you are able to do this with each hand. So if you want one side or the other, you will be able to do this. I prefer the offhand since you can do anything with your other, and it is pretty cool. Now, if you have been paying attention to the video, you might have noticed that some enemies, once they are defeated, will drop a certain nectar right here, which is the ultra spicy spray. And what you have to do with this liquid is that if you get a bottle, glass bottle, and right click it, it will put it in your little potion or in your little glass bottle, and you will have a super spicy spray. And what this does is that if you do have some Pikmin around, you can use it, and it will make them empowered. As you can see, they're glowing. So if we have an enemy, they will become way stronger, as you see there. It will easily defeat any husk or any invaders that decide to come around. Like that. And this will apply for a few seconds, and once it runs out, the Pikmin will obviously turn back to normal. But it'll help you if you are in a tight situation where your Pikmin are dying or need to escape, or maybe even need to defeat the enemy a lot quicker. You can use an ultra spicy spray, and as you can see, even the Pikmin in my inventory are affected by it. There you go. As you can see, after a while, the Pikmin will come back to normal and not have the energy of the super spicy spray. But it does last for a very long time. So if you do want to use it, don't be afraid. It will not last like 2 seconds. You are able to use it for a very long time. You might have also noticed that some enemies actually gave us some crystallized nectar and small crystallized nectar. And hello there. I didn't pick it up. These items will also allow your Pikmin to grow, and let me just... Attaboy. There you go. They will take the crystallized nectar into the onion, and it will help them actually grow some more. Obviously, crystallized nectar will be better for growing than small nectar. But once you get it from enemies, you can actually just feed it to the onion, and it will grow more Pikmin, as you can see there. They will also try to pick them up on their own, as you see there. So once they've grown, they'll pick them out and they will go into the onion. So Pikmin colonies are very, very interesting to explain. They have a lot of features which are very, very interesting. And as you can see, they will take them into the onion from the pellet posies. So you can have a few red pellet posies around your onion, and they will automatically farm them. And it's very, very interesting. If you do manage to grab the pellet itself though, you can actually place it down, and it has a block form, which is very, very cool. And it comes in all the different color variants. But as you can see, it comes in any color, and you can also grab the little one pellet ones, and you can place them around your base in case you need them for something else, or maybe you carried them from very far away and want to store them somewhere because you don't have the certain type of onion. You can just put them on the ground and wait for the onion, and once you get them, you can pick them up and throw them in there instead of putting it like on a chest or something. But yeah, they are, as you can see, red Pikmin will not interact with pellet posies that are not from their color, so they are not attacking the yellow one, blue, white, purple, or pink. But anytime a pellet posy grows of their color, let me show you with bone meal here. You're going to use bone meal on these. They will immediately attack it and bring it to the onion. Now I have to explain some of the items that I've been using through the entire add-on to finish this little explanation section. As you can see, we do have the Pikmin Whistle, which this item was not lost on death, and the Piklopedia. These items you will basically need if you do want to take an adventure with your little Pikmin. And the most useful one will obviously be the Pikmin Whistle. But if you're still wondering how some features work on this add-on and you didn't understand it in this video, you can just access the Piklopedia, and once again, you can just click on one of these options. It will take you through anything you need to know. This is very complex if you haven't played any of the games, and this Piklopedia will basically walk you through the entire thing and make it super easy to understand and very, very simple. But how do you obtain said items? Well, the first set of items that you can make. So the Piklopedia is very, very easy. You just need a sapling and a book, and you will easily craft the Piklopedia. You can make this very, very easily at the start with 3 sugarcane, 1 leather to make the book, and paper, obviously, or make the paper and then the book. And then the sapling, you can just chop it down a tree and get a sapling. And the Pikmin Whistle is just 1 iron and 1 iron nugget. So you will have to find at least 2 ore, 1 bar, and then 1 break it into nuggets, and you will get your Pikmin Whistle. And they are very, very easy items to make. And once you have them, once again, you can just access the Piklopedia. But the whistle is very, very interesting because not only does it help you call Pikmin back to you if they are any that are roaming around, these ones are not. You can actually click the onion to make all the Pikmin that are wandering around to go into it. Or if you want to click it again, Pikmin will be able to go outside the onion without having to access this menu, as I explained at the beginning. However, if you do have Pikmin that are in follow mode, like this one, you can easily just call it back with the whistle, and it will go back into your inventory, as you saw there. And I'm playing, and this is in survival, so it's not in creative life. I've been playing the entire time. As you can see here, we can just pick this and get an item. We got the blue pellet posing from that one. These random little patches of pellets will not grow on their own. You have to break them to actually help them grow into, or you have to plant them back, because these are very, very random. As you can see, I got a purple one, white one, blue one. They will only grow once you break them. This so that the mod doesn't crash and doesn't overload. So if you're wondering why can't I find pellet posies around the world, it's because you have to break them to actually get the pellet posy itself, and then you plant them yourself, and it will grow into like one of these over here that I've been showing in the entire add-on. But the Pikmin Whistle is basically your controller for these little helpers. Once again, if you throw them in default mode, they will immediately come back into your inventory. But if you throw them in follow mode by looking down at the ground, you will need the Pikmin Whistle to call them back. And that is how you make them go back into your inventory instead of just following you around like any other pet. Just whistle them and it will come back right into your inventory. Last but not least, they were here a second ago, but I guess they despawned, are the pellet posies. You will find these around in the wild. We did see a red one way over there last time. I don't know if it's despawned by now. But they will spawn in the wild, and you'll be able to basically throw Pikmin at them to turn them into the various types. There's one right there. As you can see, very cool. This is a blue one, which is interesting because there's two blue ones now. There's a blue onion over there. But yeah, you can just turn different Pikmin types into these colors instead of having to find a onion. For example, if we have red Pikmin that I really want purple Pikmin instead, you can throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will give you 5 seedlings, and then it will obviously die. But now you have 5 red Pikmin that will be turned into purples. Let's say for instead that I don't want red Pikmin, I want blue ones. I can easily just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will get 5 blue Pikmin. That is the limit. If I do throw more than 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th one will not be turned because there is a limit of 5 Pikmin that you can turn it into a different type. But do be careful, because if you do have red Pikmin and throw them into the red one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing will happen. So always make sure to throw the correct Pikmin type that you want to change, just in case people are like, why isn't this working? It's because you're throwing them at the same color. So if you do want a different type of Pikmin, for example, I have yellow ones and I want red ones, I have to throw yellow ones into the red one, and I will get those types of Pikmin. If I throw the yellow one at the yellow one, well, nothing will happen. If you are mean as well and don't want these little pests around, you can kill these. But you will get no Pikmin out of them, so it's very much not worth it. If this doesn't fit with the video, that's because I completely forgot about this feature, and I forgot to record it, so here I am after I finished the video to record it again. And that is that Pikmin can actually pick up crops. So maybe you saw in the video that some of the Pikmin were breaking grass. If you throw them at grass, they will actually try to destroy any grass that's in the area, and it'll do it for you. As you can see, that one's gonna go break grass. But if you throw them at crops, they will actually pick up the crop for you. As you can see there. You'll break them, and once they finish, they will hopefully look at you and bring it to you. And you can also do the same thing with the seeds. If you got some seeds around because you pick up, for example, wheat, you can just throw the Pikmin at them, and they will pick up the seeds, and hopefully, there you go. They'll pick up the seeds and bring them towards you. This one was a little... that one ignored me a little bit, but yeah, that's another feature they can do. So that'll be it for everything that has been added into this add-on, and it's super, super cool to see the creator having added all these features. And it is now available for the public, so everyone can test it out if you're not in the Discord server, which again, you should definitely join. because you get to see more creations and other stuff that isn't related to Pikmincraft. Or if you're only interested in Pikmincraft, you can actually just get some sweet behind the scenes before anything comes out. And you know, the creator does need help with, you know, basic creating and feedback, and there was a lot of testing put into this add-on before. There was a few glitches where, if like the Candy Pop Bud would infinitely create Pikmin with only, or not infinitely, but it would create 5 Pikmin with only 1, and you know, that's not how the Candy Pop Bud works. So the creator definitely does need help with testing so that when it comes out like this, nothing goes wrong and everyone can enjoy the add-on with like bliss. It's super cool. This add-on works very, very nicely. The mod also, the add-on doesn't crash anymore. It used to have a problem where it would constantly crash due to many different reasons, but now it is very, very stable. So if you do want to test it out, it will be in the link in the description below, as well as you can obviously join the Discord server of Axel, the creator of this add-on. Make sure to check out his channel as well in the link in the description below. He has very graciously allowed me to present this add-on to you guys, and it will be basically the tutorial for the actual page you will see when you download the add-on. So very much thank you to him for allowing me to do this, and thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you are making a playthrough of this, or if you want me to do a playthrough as well. A lot of people has commented in my previous one that they have wanted me to do this, and I would be interested in doing it as well. And thank you once again, Axel, for allowing me to present this add-on. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!